Hey everybody. So here we are 2 days after the relaunch of Electroneum. Now, this is for those people that are out there that run into that your device is not compatible problem. Now, when you try to get to the newer version of this app in the Play Store, well, in my particular case, it didn't seem to matter what I tried to do. It always shows up as your device is not compatible, and there was no option to install it from the Play Store. So I simply used another device and then transferred it over to my phone and installed from there, and I'll get to that in a few moments. Now, as we can see, well, a zero balance because I've never actually transferred anything here. But even if I check this right now in the Play Store, it still tells me your device is not compatible. And yet here it is, working just fine. Well, isn't that lovely? As it turns out, it was just the Play Store wanting to be a big pain in the insert body part here. All you needed was just another method to get the app installed on your phone. Now, a few things to note here before you try this. First and foremost, always check the source that you're installing from. Now, your best bet is in fact to be your own source. How do you do that? Use a different device that you just so happen to have it working on. But you can also, if say you have to transfer from somebody else's phone, okay, you can check the Play Store and see that it's the actual real deal, accept no substitutes version of the Electroneum app. So keep in mind that there's at least one fake Electroneum app. So even if somebody tries to upload this and tell you, oh look, here it is, ready for you to download, go ahead. Oh look, here's a video showing you that it's the real one. Yeah, see, between the time that they uploaded the video and uploaded the app that they're offering, a lot of things bad can happen. So always check the source and don't start trusting outside sources too much. Now, next, always remember that not everything works perfectly every time on every Android device. Okay, so there is a chance this might not work at all for you. But as it turns out, it worked out fine for me. Okay, so what I did was install the Remix operating system. Okay, now Magic Babe will put other information into the description for this video, so you can check links and things there in the description. Now, what happens is Remix is in fact an Android operating system, not an emulator. It is the Android operating system. At this point in time, it's an Android 6, and as it turns out, it's already rooted once you install it. So I installed the 64-bit Remix operating system. I have no idea if the 32-bit would work at all, but on the 64-bit it worked flawlessly. Okay, so I installed Remix. I used that with its built-in Google Play Store and installed this copy of the Electroneum app. Now from there, I installed Titanium Backup, made the backup of the Electroneum app, and then transferred it to this phone via a Wi-Fi file transfer. So Titanium Backup will make 3 files, and then once you install Titanium Backup on your phone or Android device, then it'll have its own folder you put those 3 files from the Remix operating system onto your phone in the Titanium backup folder. And then you can install the app and try it out. You install it from Titanium Backup. You just go to the backup section and scroll all the way down to the bottom. It should be right there somewhere. So that's one way to do it. So you keep in mind that Remix, in some cases, it cannot read the partition, the Windows partition. Okay, if you have a Windows partition, sometimes it can't read it. No big deal. You can still use the Remix operating system itself and transfer the file over. Oh wow, my battery's going low. Isn't that precious? Well, anyways, that's one way to do it. Now, just remember, now in this particular case, I use Titanium Backup for both methods. Alright, I'll tell you about the other method in a few moments. Now, make sure you put the 3 files Titanium Backup makes of the Electroneum app into the Titanium Backup folder on your Android device, and then you'll be able to install it. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to have a rooted phone for this to work. Okay? See, the difference is when you do it on a rooted device, you get the app and the app data. Okay? Now, if you do it on a non-rooted device, then you just get the app, which is exactly what we wanted, just the app. So, the other method to do it, and of course, these first 2 methods rely on you having a computer. Now, the other method to do it is to go into Windows. In my case, I'm running a 64-bit Windows 7. Okay? Install Bluestacks. Again, you don't have to have it rooted. The latest version of Bluestacks as of today, which is December 16, 2017. Now, that latest version is about 254 megs in size, and then you just download and install it. Install the Titanium Backup, okay? Install a file manager like ES File Manager or Root Explorer, or no, not Root Explorer, Explorer is the name of it. You know, whatever file manager happens to float your rock. Okay, now what happens is when you use the Titanium Backup on Bluestacks, okay, you have to transfer those files, those 3 files from Titanium Backup into the Bluestacks shared folder. Okay, now I'll have an example of where you find it, and Magic Babe will put it in the description. So what happens is, like I said, you gotta put those 3 files in the Bluestacks shared folder, and then you can use, say, My Computer or Windows Explorer, whatever, and find those 3 files and then transfer them however you like into your Android device. Again, make sure when you put it onto your Android device, you've got it in the Titanium Backup folder on your Android device. And then you can install it from Titanium Backup, and it works just fine, as you can see right here in front of you. So, the other method for those that don't have a PC, there's this app called ShareIt. So you install that on both devices, so you get the Electroneum app working on another device, then you can use something like ShareIt and transfer it over to your phone that has that error, oh, your device is incompatible. And then you can install it. It's side loading. You have to install it that way, and then before you do that, make sure you go into your phone's settings and turn on the unknown sources. Typically you can find it in the security settings of your Android device, but it depends on which operating system you're running. Now in this case, this phone happens to be a 32-bit octa-core running Android 5.1, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, for no reason, there's that error message. Well, your device is incompatible, but as you can see, it's right here working just fine. Now keep in mind, like I said before, check your sources. So if you're going to borrow somebody's phone that happens to have the Electroneum app working on it, keep in mind there's always the chance that they goofed and installed the fake one. I know, again, there's at least one fake Electroneum app on the Google Play Store right now. As to how or why that happened, I don't know. I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to avoid it at all costs. So you use their copy of Google Play Store that's installed on their phone, and you can simply check it and make sure that they've got the real one. Okay. Now, say if I had loaned this phone, my phone right here, to somebody to transfer it with Share It, then yeah, they can check this thing in the Google Play Store and they'll still see that error message, your device isn't compatible. And of course, there's no rhyme or reason for it. But yet, here it is, working just fine. So, there you have it. Just transfer it from another device, whether it be another phone or tablet or another computer, whatever you happen to have handy. So, now, keep in mind, you can see it right here. It says the mobile miner is currently offline. So based on posts that I've seen, it's going to be working next month, which is January 2018. As to which day, that remains to be seen. And then for the iOS, yeah, that app is supposed to be available next month, so again, remain to be seen. And that should do it, so have fun with it. Good luck in getting it working.